Hi! 恭喜發財，恭喜發財. Yeah, I'm not sure whether the mic is a bit too loud though. Okay, maybe can adjust a bit. Okay, let's see. Okay, if there's anyone tuning in right now, okay, for the live, you help me to share lah, because today Gong Yu not around. Okay, let's see if there's anyone tuning in now. Do let me know if you can hear me. Right, if you can see me. Right, let me just open up my iPad here to actually see if there's anyone tuning in right now. Okay, I can see. Because today we are down by manpower. Okay. Only Nicole is assisting me tonight, okay, because Gong Yu is at the east of Malaysia. He's in Kuching, the Meow Meow land now, okay, doing his corporate talk. Okay, we are very glad, okay, that he's taking over some of the corporate talk, okay. So hi, no Firos, okay. So I assume that you can hear me. And you can see today there will be quite a number of slides, okay, to be shared. Alright, so yeah, okay, so ensure that you can see the background as I explain, okay, today's topic, all about Chap Gourmet and also deposits money during Lap Chun. So I'm going to cover it 2 days, means coming Saturday, which is the Lap Chun, coming of spring, officially enter into the water rabbit year of 2023, okay, starting this Saturday onwards. And then after that, on the 5th, okay, of February, that is Chap Gourmet, or the 15th day of Chinese New Year, or we can say that our Lunar New Year's first full moon. All right, Emilia there, Angel Tan is there. Okay, hi Chang Fern, sound is loud and clear. Hi Serene, okay, Jessie and Tim. Today Jessie and Nicole only because Gong Yu is in Kuching. I think he's in the middle of giving his talk right now. Right? So thank you so much again, Serene. Just now I was like really appreciating my very simple dinner, and yet I felt so so overwhelmed, so grateful, okay, and I'm so really like I felt the love or the magic okay, through Serene's sambal go, the dried shrimp sambal, and also another friend of mine, Eiling, who actually made me, first time I've never tasted it before, salted fish pickles. It was so good. Oh, Shirley Cheong is there, watching in from Pattaya, I suppose. Okay, hi Jessie Mama. Okay, hi. Okay, I just mentioned about Serene's sambal go, the dried shrimp sambal, the one that you tasted in Egypt. Okay, I'm sure you might be craving up, but okay lah. Thailand, you have a lot of chilies available. Hi Carol Hall, SC Pang. Okay, real simple. To you, it's real simple lah, but to me, it has an in-depth. Okay, right. A lot of people say that it's a simple dish. It's just a sambal, but it just have like, when I taste really good food, right, okay, it really gives me that sense of like energy. It's almost like a foodgasm that happened, okay. Caroline Ang, okay, hello, 恭喜發財, 恭喜發財. Again, okay, let's start with today's topic. But of course, okay, if you can, those of you who are joining in the live now, it will be good if you can help me to share this session out so that it can reach out to more people, okay, so that today's sharing itself, I'll be focusing on depositing money during Lap Chun, okay. So I know many people are still practicing this, as in like every year during the first official entrance of the Yang calendar, of the solar calendar, we want to take action, okay. We want to take action into, like, in a way, manifesting, okay, abundance, especially abundance of wealth. So I mean, since, like, in a way, historically, a lot of times, okay, during this special day itself, right, people would want an auspicious timing, okay, on this date itself for different animal sign to actually do a banking in money. So today I'm going to share about that, okay, and of course with the timing as well, and what else that can be done besides just banking in money. It's a Saturday, okay, this coming Saturday itself, all right. So probably it's like just banking in money itself might not be, I mean, if you ask me, it might not be the best, I would say the wisest action to take. So we're going to talk about like what else can be done on this, like, in a way, officiating this first day entrance into the solar new year, okay. That happens, transition date timing happens about like 10:40 something a.m. okay. So officially, once we enter into the horse hour, means that 11 a.m. onwards, right, we are officially entering into the water rabbit year. So what can we do, okay, when we enter into the water rabbit year? year, of course, we want to, in a way, set in a manifestations of abundance, okay? Especially now that we are looking at the solar calendar, okay? Because this Saturday, when we talk about Chun, okay, the 24 seasons, okay, that is based on the solar calendar. Now, those of you who follow my Facebook Live before, you will know that, okay, there are two types of calendar when it comes to the Chinese, okay, or when it comes to Chinese metaphysics, okay? There's a lunar calendar or the solar calendar. Now, solar calendar are often used, okay, in the sense of like yang purposes, okay, yang purpose as in like physicality, financial, money, abundance, okay, taking action. Normally, okay, you look at the solar calendar, the yang purposes, okay, like in the olden days, okay, our forefathers, most of them are farmers. They will look at the solar calendar to actually, in a way, plan ahead for different actions during different seasons, okay, in order for them to cultivate the best crops ever. So always remember, solar calendar relates to the sun, it relates to yang energy. So it's all about taking massive action, okay, in a way, something that's more physical, tangible, okay. So therefore, the rituals of depositing money during Lapchon has been, in a way, existed, okay, in the Chinese culture. Now, where else, the one that will be celebrated on January 22nd onwards, that is lunar calendar. That is based on the phase of the moon. Alright, so when we enter into lunar calendar that's relating to the moon, it is more on yin energy. So yin energy are more used in the purpose of like manifestations, prayers, okay? We go into reflections, okay, like deep internal planning, thinking, okay, but not in a way really taking massive action yet. So that is the yin counterpart, right? So therefore, if you go to the temple, any Taoist temple, okay, when they actually write your date of birth, okay, and also in terms of your animal sign, okay, they will actually look at the lunar calendar, okay, they look at the lunar calendar to see your official animal sign. But let's say, for instance, if you go into like a parcel reading, example, when you look into a parcel reading where it's for yang endeavor, you want to know strategies, you want to know like what's your outlook for the year, what will be my action plan, okay, for this year itself, what are the best strategy I can actually take, okay. When you're doing this reading, we use the solar calendar to actually, in a way, like calculate it. So always remember there are two types of calendar, okay. One is for the yin counter spec, which is like more something intangible, energy wise, manifestations, okay, where else the solar calendar is more on like action oriented, okay, right, something into reality, okay. All right, then once you understand that, right, now a lot of people still feels that, okay, I need to go to the bank, take some cash, okay, and bank it in. Now, I personally do not encourage this ritual or this action, because it's like, now think about like hundreds of years ago. Now, majority people are like farmers, okay, and there are no other better investments to really look into, rather than, okay, you can only invest in your energy for the rest of the year to farm, to work, okay, because those time, okay, like you're talking about hundreds of years in China itself, right? Everything are more, I would say, rigid or fixated, okay? Everything is like all in its position. It's not like now we are in a modern world, okay? In those days itself, okay, it's like your hard-earned money, you earn it, okay, you save it up. Every time the new year comes, you want to actually deposit it into the bank or put it somewhere or put in the safe, okay, in order for you to officiate that action to manifest more abundance. Means that looking into your assets or looking into your wealth that will grow. Now, in our modern days itself is so different, okay? Now, instead of just one stream of income, that many of us here probably have a multiple stream of incomes, okay? You see that, okay, you have one full-time job, you might have some part-time job, and then you have investments, you have property investments, you have shares investments, okay? Right, now, all these things, okay, in a way are also, I would say, proper actions to be taken during the initiations of the first day of the year. So besides just really taking money from your pocket and going all the way to the bank to bank it in so that the next day is you can actually online payment or anything, that ATM machines, and can withdraw those money back out, to me, it's really a waste of energy. Even though the rituals, the meaning is there, But to me itself, it's really a waste of energy and it's also a waste of time. Okay, so I would suggest that normally is the ritual that me and my daughters has been doing for many years itself is every year during Lap Chun. And of course, this year we did it even before Lap Chun, okay, because it's like so many things, okay, right, in our plan itself. We are afraid that during Lap Chun we might not be able to have the time to go for gold shopping. Okay, so I've shared this. It's like, so me and my two daughters, we have actually shopped way before Lap Chun this year, but we are planning to go back this Saturday, okay, to get something that we've been eyeing on, okay, but we have not really gotten it yet. Now, so I will suggest, okay, the point is, I will suggest that during this Saturday itself, when you look at all this, like, you know, when you bring out the slides, okay, right, and you see, okay, all this auspicious hour, the time, okay, for different animal sign. Now, I know here probably it's a bit small on your screen, especially those of you who are looking through your handphone, but this particular site itself, I've actually shared it on my Facebook page, okay, so you can always refer it back on my Facebook page, okay, and zoom it in to see which animal sign that you are born in, based on your year. So we have the rat, ox, tiger, all the way to the pig on the top, okay? So you refer to this animal sign, and on the left here, you see those are timings, okay? I know that because of the limitations of space, okay, there are only Chinese, okay, that we can put in to explain the timing itself. I mean, the time has been written there in English. Everyone can understand the time, okay? Those Chinese words, okay, it simply says that every Chinese hour, example, it starts with the horse hour on the top. Horse hour comprises between 11 a.m. to 12:59 p.m. In order to make it easier, we put 1 p.m. All right, so 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. here is a horse hour. But the difference is, why are they in a way two segments of horse hour? The first one, 11 to 12, is what we call the early horse hour. And then after that, you have the 12 to 1 p.m., you have a direct horse hour. So the impact of the energy to each of the animal sign will be slightly different, okay, comparatively to the first hour, means the early horse hour, or the direct horse hour. Now, if you pay attention to my date selections, okay, for activations and all that, you will realize that most of the time, okay, whenever I want to do something for manifestations of abundance, when I want something to grow rapidly, we want like abundance of wealth. Can you please stop that? Because the sound is very irritating. Someone is actually taking up her feet here and cut her toenail right in front of me when I'm going live on Facebook. Guess who? Okay, all right. So it's like, you know, when, and you know that tuck, tuck, tuck sound, I'm sure Sok Yi and Chang Feng now hears, they will be shaking their head, okay? All right, so now, okay, if you look at, okay, these hours itself, right, okay, if you see, okay, the way that I choose, okay, those dates itself, right, for activation, for, in a way, looking into ways to grow the energy, to ensure the energies are growing rapidly, I will always choose, okay, the early hour or the first time frame. Normally, I will not choose the direct hour, because once it reaches the direct hour, anything that comes after is dwindling of energy or dwindling of chi, means the chi becomes weaker, okay? So therefore, now you know, when it comes to date selection, they are always, now this is the fundamental demarcations of the Chinese time frame. It means yakko season. It means every animal sign, they are basically 2 hours. Okay, so this is the basic fundamental of demarcating these 2 hours, okay, into the early hours and also what we call the direct hour. But in actual date selection, you can demarcate it at least into 3, okay, different time frame. But we are not going deep into that yet, okay? So we will just follow this to actually go into slightly deeper. So you can just choose. Example, for me, I'm a dragon, okay? So if for a dragon, on that day when you see 2 stars, okay, it means that these are what we call a good timing to go and do our wealth activation ritual. The wealth activation ritual here either is like, if you still really want to go to the bank and bank in money, you can actually do that. Now, if not, you can probably in no way do some investments, okay, on those timing. Either you go for long-term investment. For me, I will always like to go to shop for some jewelry, some gold, okay? So every year itself, you know, you just put some money in there, and over time itself, you know, the price will rise. Now, those of you, if you have bought the Star Equilibrium pendant, okay, do you know that Why this year I have not come out to sell it? Because you see, all the price of gold has really hiked and I cannot sell it at the old price anymore. The old price, if I'm not mistaken, including GST itself, right, it is selling at like 630 plus, okay, but we cannot afford to do that price anymore because everything has hiked. So those of you who have bought this, the big pendants especially, or the small ones, okay, you know that you have bought or gotten it, okay, at a much lower price. Because whatever that's about to come out in the future, stock itself, right, you can never get that price anymore. So therefore, when you go into gold investments, that will be, in a way, something that is more, I would say, wiser to do. Now, probably some of you, if you want to go probably property hunting, if you all the time you're thinking about, I want to get a property, I have this particular ideal property that I know that I want to get already. Might as well, you just wait until this Saturday, you go in, officiate your selection and then confirm it by making that down payment. Okay, so because it's a good day, it's a beginning, it has a lot of growth energy in it, we want to in a way put in the actions, hoping that whatever energy or things that we put out on that day on auspicious hour, it will come back, okay, many folds in return for us over time itself, okay? All right, so that's the thing that we can do. So the wealth activations on Lap Chun, not necessarily must be going to the bank and banking money. It can be in a way, like probably like asking, okay, or collecting money from your clients, okay, or asking, right, probably some of the people around you to pay you, okay, certain money, ang paos or whatever. So you can ask your husband, your parents, okay, right, your nobleman, whoever it is, okay, in a way on that day itself, if they bank in money to you, that particular actions are more auspicious rather than you fork out your own pocket money, go to the bank, bank it in, and the next day is you realize that you have to use some online transfer or online payment to use up that money again. All right, so to me is this chart can be used. Example, the 3 stars here are excellent timing for those animal signs. So the red, when it comes into the monkey hour over here, between 3 to 5 p.m., those are excellent timing for the monkeys to do some planning when it comes to investment. Now, I'm sure some of you will be asking, why starts at 11 a.m., okay? Why don't start at 9 a.m., okay? Now, the thing is, because on that day, this Saturday, right, 9 a.m. is not officially the water rabbit year yet. Because water rabbit year only transits about 10:42, okay, a.m. in the morning. So basically, only when horse hour comes in, then you will see the transition officially into the water rabbit year officially started. So you can use all these hours. Now the thing is, the peak hour, because that day is clashing with the peak. So when it comes to a direct peak hour, the peak of the peak hour when it comes to 10 to 11 p.m., it is not suitable for all animal sign. Okay, whereas between 9 to 10 p.m. for some of you, you can still consider, right, doing some actions relating to, in a way, manifestations of wealth. Okay, it will be probably you have something to launch. You want to launch something, it can be like a program, some items, some ideas, okay, you want to sell something, okay, depending on your business, you can try launching it on this Saturday, right? Example, okay, if you want to actually make known, okay, to some of your business plan, okay, you can share it or have a meeting among key people in your team or in your business on this Saturday accordingly to your, in a way, best timing. All right, so those are the things, or that is how you use of this chart. So remember, what are the things that you can do besides just putting in money into the bank itself, which is almost unnecessary nowadays because, right, we have almost everything online. All right, so I would suggest that you consider going into some long-term investment. All right, investing onto like probably some stocks, okay, some foreign currencies, okay. If those of you are into foreign currencies itself, property will be one of the things. But one of the things that we do and we practice ourselves for many years is actually investments of gold. So you can consider this Saturday itself, right? Go to any like shops or whatever and see if there's any collectibles that in a way gel with you, are in sync with you. You can just invest in it as well, okay? What about I do donation in the temple? Ling Eng, okay? That good question. Now, I wouldn't suggest you to do, in a way, donation in the temple on Saturday, even though, yes, okay, donation is good. But Saturday is the official coming in of a new year. We prefer it, okay, to have something long-term coming in, okay, for wealth abundance, like a long-term investment. Then you fork out your money. If not, you want to save up your money, okay? So donation is giving out the money itself. So the next topic when I talk about Chap Gourmet, okay, the 15th day of the Chinese New Year, that day is very suitable for you to do donation if you want to. And I'm going to explain to you why. So I do not suggest you to use 4th of February, means coming Saturday, to do donation. If you want to do donation, do it on the 5th, okay, which is the Sunday. All right. If you want to go for prayer in the temple, yes, you can. All right. Do a fixed deposit, yes, you can. All right. So you can actually do anything long term. Secure your wealth that over time itself, it will grow in abundance. Okay. Means that invest into something long term wise. Now for me, okay, as I mentioned, always investments of gold is something that I always encourage my children to do it as well, especially when they're so young, right? The money, honestly, if you don't in a way like cultivate this habit of them, okay, getting something that's valuable over a long time, okay, I can tell you most of the teenagers nowadays, most of the young adults nowadays is that they will spend all this money, okay, onto something. It's like a lavish, like Starbucks or whatever. Every day, you know, they can sit in cafes and Starbucks and all these things, using all this money without really realizing that it can actually cost them a bomb. Just think about Starbucks nowadays. How much per Starbucks per day? Okay, I'm not sure. Okay, someone do the calculation for me. Easily, it will take up about like 16 to 18 ringgit if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so you consider maybe 16 ringgit, right? Okay, for 30 days. Imagine 16 times 30. Okay, how much would that be? A month, how much would have a child or a young adult? Nowadays, you see college students, university students and all that, right? Okay, right? They keep on spending, okay, on this. Like Nicole needs to help me to do the calculations, and yet I don't think she knows how to times 16 times 30. Oh my God, okay, I've been saying this so directly, and yet it's like, now 16 times 30, okay, 480, is that correct? 480 ringgit per month, you know. Imagine if you have a child that likes, okay, somehow are addicted to Starbucks. If they spend every day 16 ringgit on a cup of coffee, okay. Now, I'm not saying that Starbucks is not good or whatsoever. I'm just giving you the equation, okay. On that cup of coffee, every day, 1 month, you have to spend 480 ringgit. Now, imagine 1 year. When you have to times 480 times 12, I'm saying this because I expect Nicole to do it. You're spending 5,760 ringgit, you know, on a cup of coffee every day. So now imagine if you cultivate this, like in a way, like habits, okay, for young adults or for children, okay, right? As in like for them to actually, in a way, save up the money and buy gold every year. Imagine 5,000 plus, right? Okay, they can easily, in a way, right, buy a set of very beautiful, okay, 999, the pure gold, okay, like very nicely in earrings and necklace and all that, okay. So these are the things that I normally will suggest people to do, okay. Chanel handbags they seem to increase in value. Well, they seem to increase in like a value in terms of the price, but you have to look into the second-hand value, okay, right? The second-hand value itself, I'm not sure, okay, whether it actually has that like a value to actually really invest on. If you ask me, it's either gold, or if you really want to go branded, you go for watches. Okay, so far I know that collections of branded watches, collectibles, okay, right, not all those like what we call the 电子 one. 电子 means it's like no batteries functioning, no. All those automatics of like Rolex or whatsoever, okay. So if you go into like even Rolex Submarina and Daytona and all that, like there was once, it's like it really goes really high, okay. So go for all those really collectibles watches itself, okay. It will be something that for me, I've experienced that those are the items that will go up in value. All right, so yeah. Okay, hi Shifu, do we go and Bai Tai Shui and Po Wan only after 4th and February? No. In fact, okay, you see, Bai Tai Shui, right? Okay, or Sip Tai Shui, they call it. Okay, those of you, okay, now please ask away. I want to answer all these questions, okay, once and for all, so that people learn from it. Now remember that when you do it once after, in a way, what we call the Guo Dong. Guo Dong means winter solstice. So anything that is not good, anything that is like example, like for negative energy, Sa Qi, you have a lot of like inauspicious stars that you bring together with you in this new year itself. You want to get rid, okay, 除咗佢, it means that you removed all this inauspiciousness. heighten up your energy level before the official coming of the new year. So normally most of the time, we will encourage people to start doing all these things before the Chinese New Year, after winter solstice. So after Chinese New Year itself, right, okay, during the first day of Chinese New Year onwards, it's always better, in other words, for you to do Bo Wan, Jun Wan, means turning around for the good luck, which a lot of people or a lot of temples will be doing it this Sunday, okay, which is the 5th of February. Later, I'll go into that, all right? Or they go into Kei Fok. Kei Fok means it's like, in a way, like praying or manifestations of fortune, okay, so that it enhances your energy. So there are timing for everything. So that's why education is very important. So as long as you understand it, you will know how to do it, and you can educate your next generation and your children to do it. Or else people will just blindly, in a way, or people do, I also do, okay? So always remember, there are timeliness for everything to ensure that the stars, the earth, and also the human are aligned. That is how you will get what we call like the highest level of manifestation. All your wishes will come true is when heaven, earth, and man also align. Yeah, Omega watches also is something that is collectible as well. All right. So now, okay, now you understand this. Remember, this chart I have shared on my Facebook page. You can always go to that sharing, right? Okay, download, I mean, in a way, save up the photo. Like, in a way, you can zoom it in to see, based on your animal sign, which is the best timing. So do something wiser on those timings itself, okay? It means that you can actually go for discussions, meeting for business purposes, go brainstorming, okay? Launch some products, launch some ideas, launch some like probably courses if you're doing what I'm doing, okay? Right? If you are a consultant, okay, if you're learning from me, right, you want to consult, you want to start consultant in your Bazi or your Chiman or whatsoever it is, okay, you can actually choose that hour, create a poster, create something to market yourself, put on social media, okay? So that will help you to generate, in a way, abundance, attention, growth, all right? So you can do that during these hours as well, okay? Now, besides this, we also talk about Chap Gome, which is one day after Lap Chun. Now, all this happens for a reason. You see, not all the time you will see that, okay, the coming of spring, okay, and Chap Gome, in a way, laps one on another, okay? And this year's Chap Gome is also Thai Pusam, all right? And you know, Thai Pusam, in a way, is the day that they celebrated of like remover of like negative energy, remover of heavy energy, so that things become smoother, become better for you as well, okay? So in order to actually look into the Chap Gome, first of all, we need to understand what is Chap Gome, all right? Now, Chap Gome is actually the first full moon of the new year. It means that once we enter into the Chinese New Year, there is a new moon, and when we go into the full moon, this 15 days of incubation time for us to reflect, for us to think, okay, and for us to like strategize. Remember, Lunar New Year based on the moon. Moon is about something passive, something yin, something within us, deep inside. So normally for Chinese New Year, okay, those are the Chinese New Year time where we also go into reflection. We go into deep thoughts. We go into also, like, in a way, finalizing our strategies or the plan for the year. And then it comes the 15th day or the first full moon. Now, most of the time, I would say all the time, the Chap Gome or the first full moon will always fall in a tiger year. It means that the 15 days of the Lunar New Year will always be in or after the Lap Chun. Okay, it will always be. All right, so every year it will be the same thing. So when these 15 days come, it's all about putting action into making changes into our life. Because why? The 15th day here is Chap Gome, everything perfection, Yun Mei, they call it, okay? Right, so the Chap Gome itself is like the day that talk about the first full moon, whatever thoughts, things, plans, okay, that I have thought of. I have been incubated for the past 2 weeks itself. Now I manifest it out, okay, by taking actions, okay, by taking massive actions. It can be like some of you go to the temple, Jun Wan, okay, turning around your luck. Okay, turning around your luck means smoothen up, speed up that energy so that now you have that, in a way, abundance of energy within you to carry on for the rest of the year itself. Okay, so normally on the 15th day, that's what we do. Right? And of course, on the 15 days, we want something action-oriented. So normally, I would suggest, okay, for all my students and followers, remember, this is one thing that you can do. Okay, this is something that you can do is, okay, always remember, okay, on the 15 days of the Lunar New Year, before the early morning, the night itself, okay, do take on what we call your flower bath. Now, I know for some of you, as in like, your flower bath is like so many flower bath, okay? Now remember, flower bath is actually very good, okay? Because in a way, the essence of the chrysanthemums, okay, and also the citruses, okay, that you'll be using itself will be very, very good to enhance, to boost up the energy within us. All right, so I mean, these are in the news before that they actually interviewed me, and you know that this year itself, I in a way tried myself to lay as low as possible, okay, by taking a sabbatical into all corporate talks and also media exposures and all that, all right, because I want to spend more time to look deeper into the workshops that I'm doing, the master classes that I'm doing, and also of course planning ahead for period 9, because next year is already period 9, okay? So when I, in a way, if I commit myself to all these like corporate sessions, talks, okay, and all these things, it will in a way disperse off my energy. It will take a part of my energy, and I wouldn't be able to focus so much into the things that I wanted to do, or in a way so deeply into the things that I wanted to do. All right, so therefore I will share with you, this one is, okay, it's like the last year's sharing, okay, on medias itself, right? Remember, for this 5th of February itself, okay, if you can, go and get chrysanthemums. Now, you don't have to get all the 7 colors, because trust me, it is not easy, okay, because 15 days of Chinese New Year itself, all the flower suppliers will be out of stock. All right, because we know, because we work in the temple, all right, even the temple itself, we actually in a way have to order massive amount of chrysanthemums, okay, for the 保运 or the turning luck, okay, purposes. So I would suggest you to get whatever, how many colors as possible that you can get, the best. Now, in case those of you who missed my previous sharings itself, remember, get the 7 chakras colors. Okay, first of all, you get red, then you have orange, you have yellow, you have green, or you have pink, okay, for the heart chakra. Blue color, normally you can use butterfly pea flower. Butterfly pea, the one that they can use for cooking and all that as well, okay? And then you can use purple and also white. Now, you don't have to have the whole entire set of the 7 colors, all right? Try to get, okay, as many as possible, okay, if you can get it. If you really cannot, the most common yellow color is very important, the red and the yellow. Red is for your root chakra, to eliminate all fear, to boost up our purpose and our root cause of things. And yellow is also very important because our solar plexus is about empowerment, having the courage to chase the dreams, the desire, the things that we want to achieve in our life in this particular year. So if you really cannot get the rest, at least get yellow and also red color. All right, but if you so happen can get all the 7 colors, very good. So you do this, okay, right? When you do this itself on the 15 days, means on the 5th of February itself, okay, it will be a very good thing for you to cleanse the energy and prepare yourself energetically and also in a way physically for the upcoming year ahead. All right, so now citruses. Besides flowers, okay, you can also in a way prepare yourself with citrus. And citrus everyone can get, I'm sure. You won't be out of stock, all right? You just need to go to the market or the supermarket and you can get it, okay? So what type of citruses, okay? So you can either watch back to some of the previous Facebook Live that I've shared, or at least take note from here. Remember, there are 4 different types of citrus. Now, why we want citrus? Because citrus naturally have this very, like, I would say, it's not fiery, it's very, how to say, a tangy sort of like energy. Okay, it boosts up your energy. Whenever it's like you feel sleepy or whatever, you imagine that you smell citruses, you becomes awakened. All right, you feel tired or whatever, you try to actually like take a sip of like lemon, or you just smell the zest of the lemon and you feel awakened. All right, so therefore citruses has this power of awakening our energy. So therefore, when you do the flower bath, add citruses into it. Now, first you want to get is grapefruit. Grapefruit is red inside. Slice it, okay, like slices like this, okay, and put it together with your flower bath. Scrub it all over your body, okay, to enhance those energy and help you to cleanse those negative energy. Now, you don't have to use like 1 whole citrus per person, okay. You can share among family members. The most you need is like probably 2 to 3 slices, okay. It will be good enough. You don't have to to use the whole. But let's say, for instance, if you want, why not? Right now, for us itself, even our doggies, okay, we give them the flower bath and also the citrus bath as well, right? Because the whole family energy, we want to cleanse it. So we have a better, more energy or more energetically energy for the year. And it's not expensive, all right? So let's say, for instance, if you do prayers at home, if you go to the temple to do prayers, you can even buy these flowers and buy the citruses, go and pray. After prayers itself, then take it home to do your shower or to do your flower bath. So the first type is the grapefruit. Now the second one is orange. Now orange color is for your solar plexus, okay? So here, okay, is actually in a way, all right, to cleanse, okay, all right, to open up the solar plexus itself, okay, for the pleasure, the enjoyment of life, for us to go with the flow. So here again, the same thing, the oranges itself, you just have to slice it, okay, thinly, and then after that, use it to scrub your body. Trust me, those of you who have done it, I'm sure Peggy have done it before, right? It is very energizing one, okay? You need to actually allocate or allow yourself, okay, time in the bathroom for you to slowly do it. Do this. Don't rush, okay, your bath session, right? Slowly, okay, use this, right? And in a way, try to enjoy, okay, the smell of the citruses and the flowers, okay? Squeeze its essence onto your body, okay? So normally what you do is, you clean your body, you can use your soap or whatever if you want to, your shower gel. Once you have cleansed it, okay, you use salt. You use the salt, okay, from the top of your head all the way to the bottom of your feet. It means at the sole of your feet, you use salt, preferably Himalayan salt, okay, or if not, Epsom salt, okay. Himalayan salt is very cheap, it's easily available, okay. So you just scrub from the top of your head all the way to the bottom of your feet, all over your body, especially your shoulder area and your back area. Because the back area are what we call the yin area, that normally heavy energy will always try to stuck itself there, okay? So you want to scrub at the back of your neck and the back of your shoulder, all the way to the sole of your feet, okay? And then rinse all this salt scrub. Just take it as a scrub for your body. It's good. All right, and then rinse off the salt, okay? And then after that, you prepare, either you have a bathtub, or if not, you take a pail and prepare all these like flowers and also citrus slices inside. Press it a bit so that the essence will come out, okay? Use the water, scoop it out to actually rinse through your body, or you soak yourself in the bathtub and take all the slices of citruses and rub it all over your body. By the time you're done or you're finished, if you want to, you can just rinse with water, that's all. All right, and you're ready for the day itself. All right, so these are the things that you do, and I will also share with you the time for it as well, okay, for those of you who have not gotten the time. Now the third citrus itself is lemon, okay? So lemon here, all right, it is like for your solar plexus, yellow color, empowerment. It wakes you up. Now you see a lot of times, right, people say that, oh, every year seems the same to me. Is that every year it seems like sluggish, it's not moving anywhere, everything seems stagnant. You know why things become stagnant? Because the possibilities is we are still in slumberland, okay? We are procrastinating, we are taking things too easily. We are waiting for things to happen so that we can react. So if nothing happens, we are not retrenched, if our boss didn't kick us out from our career, we will not make any changes. And that is why we will not go further in life, year in, year out, and we stay the same. So the lemon over here is supposed to help us to awaken our solar plexus, the fire chakra in our body, to enhance, and period 9, you know, is very important, okay, to enhance the fire within us so that we can have that courage, okay, that passion within, that desire to move ourselves, to kick our own ass, in other words, okay, to move forward and chase the dreams, okay, or whatever desires that we have within us, okay. So you use the lemon slices and you actually, in a way, rub it in your body, especially at the belly area, okay, because that is where the solar plexus is. And of course, the last one is what we call, this one is a Kashmir lime, is it? The lima purut. I mean, those of you in Malaysia, you can easily get this. This lime itself, it has a bit of that, like, no, wrinkled sort of like skin, okay? It has a very distinctive smell to it. The same thing, you cut into slices. Now, but what if some of you couldn't get this, okay, lima purut or this type of lime? You can use the normal green lime. It's the same. as long as you use the normal green lime that represents green color, okay, which is also in a way representing our heart chakra. Okay, so you want to do this, okay, in order for you to actually enhance yourself. Do the citrus. The citrus, okay, I want to ensure all of you get all the colors possible. All the different types, only 4 types, get it. The flowers, you might not be able to get all the 7 types, it is fine, okay? But for the citruses, get all the citruses and try doing it one time, just this year. It's not superstitious, it's not paranoia, but just try it and you will see that, okay, there will be difference. All right, it depends on how much heavy energy that you have inside of you, okay? But once you have done it, you will immediately feel the difference. So remember, salt scrub first, okay? Cleanse your body with shower gel, everything cleansed, everything rinsed, okay? And then salt scrub yourself from top to the bottom, all right? Rinse it well, and then after that, again, like bathe yourself with these flowers and also citruses essence. Now, the thing is, why Chap Gourmet? Like, why Chap Gourmet? It's like, why all these things, okay? Right, Peggy says that 3 times already, thank you. Yeah, okay, Peggy, because you've been following, okay? So all this. So if you ask any of the senior students here, right, you will know that they actually have done it and they can actually feel the difference. Beth JSA says, like, Sifu, the flowers can use 7 flowers essential oils. Now, I will actually suggest you to use natural flowers. You see, why natural flowers? And it needs to be chrysanthemum. You see, essential oils have the essence of the oils of this flower, okay? But the thing is, you see, once you actually, in a way, distill it into essential oil, right, it is in a way kept away from the sun. And you don't know for how long, because you see, we want, in a way, yang energy. Why lemon, lime, okay, grapefruits, all these citruses needs the sunlight, okay? Chrysanthemum is one of the types of flowers that needs maximum sunlight. It needs a lot of sunlight. It's just like a sunflower, okay? It needs a lot of sunlight. So when you need a lot of sunlight, it means that these flowers or these citruses out in the open, okay, when it is in a way, manifested from its bud, from the seed, okay, when it's manifested as the fruit or the flower, all right, it has in a way been, merged, okay, with the yang energy of the sun throughout its entire lifespan until it becomes something fully blossom as a flower or fully flourish as a fruit, okay? So then we want to use this essence itself, okay, to actually in a way penetrate into our body, to bond with our body, using this heaven's energy to in a way reconnect with us. Now the difference with essential oil, I use essential oil, okay, I love it. But the thing is, once the essential oils has been developed, when it is distilled out, you see, all these essential oils, they are actually be kept in what we call an amber bottle or amber jar. You know, the jar itself is very dark in color. Right, it's like amber in color, you can hardly see the content inside. Now, there's a purpose for it to put into this amber jar. Why not we put into a transparent bottle, okay, so that we can see the oil? Isn't that easier? It is put into this amber jar or the darkened bottle itself to protect it from sunlight, because the oil will spoil if you have, in a way, direct sunlight contact with it. So in order to keep it that way, you have to keep it away from the sunlight and, in a way, cool area. So because of that, okay, the oil over time, once it has been distilled and bottled, it has a disconnection with the sun. Okay, so therefore we do not want to use essential oil. Thank you for that question. It's good. When you ask me questions like this, at least when I share, right, all of you will be able to learn as well. Okay, morning or night bath, do this. Yep, I will share with you also the timing. Okay, Diana, later on. All right, so now the thing is, why Chap Gourmet? Why this like 15th day of Chinese New Year? I mean, can I bathe this like citrus bath and also like 7 colors bath any time of the year? Yes, of course you can. But remember to do it at least during the Chap Gourmet or the 15th day of Chinese New Year. So first of all, we need to understand, as I mentioned, right, 15th day of Chinese New Year is the first full moon, the first perfection, okay? It's the first day where people also say that this is a Chinese, what we call Valentine's Day. Why Chinese Valentine's Day? Because the full moon here represents perfection. Everything is smooth and in harmony. Right, so therefore, you will see that ritually, especially in Malaysia, okay, you will see that people will ask for auspicious timing and all that to go and toss mandarin oranges into lakes, okay, or some of them even toss into rivers, right? That is actually to find, right, what we call is like, in a way, the right partner or the right love in your life itself. Now, you can still do that. I will have a list of auspicious times for you to do that, okay, if you want to do that. But I will say that nowadays, besides just looking for, you see, in the olden days, right, the girls, the ladies, they are not allowed to go out from the house itself most of the time throughout the year, except for Chap Gomei, the 15th day of Chinese New Year. Okay, so when the full moon is there, okay, the girls are allowed to come out. So what they'll do is they will normally toss, either they tie, right, something that belongs to themselves, okay, have indications of where they are, their names or their contact or whatever, into some trees, or they'll toss this mandarin and oranges itself in hopeful for them to be ditched or in a way to be founded, okay, by a man so that they can marry off. Because you see, when we're talking about hundreds of years ago, most of the time women's, not all, but most of them has nothing, no purpose. The purpose is just to be a housewife and take care of the house and the family, to bear children and to marry off wealthily or wellly. Okay, that's all. So to them, right, this is the only thing that they will do in those days. But nowadays it's different. Okay, I mean, ladies, if you're here single and available, I mean, it's not to say that we do not need relationship, but we are not as desperate as those days anymore, right? Because it's like we can be out all the time. We have all this, what we call like Tinder lah. Only recently I learned from a very good friend of mine, there's this thing called what, bagel and coffee or something like that. I'm not sure. Apparently a lot of people got like their so-called partner or life partners, okay, from this type of apps and all this, okay? So you see, in modern context in society, right, okay, ladies, we have purpose. There are many things that we want to achieve. There are many things that we want to, in a way, hope to create a perfection, a life of harmony and perfection for ourselves, not subjected to only like finding a man in our life, okay? Because in the olden days, if you can't find a man, you are doomed, you know, right? They have a lot of names to call ladies above 30 if you're single and available, right? All the names are quite nasty one. I mean, if you know some, coffee meet bagel. Oh, Felicia, is that? Yeah, you know who I heard it from lah? Your boss. Yeah, I've never heard of that. But apparently those are the apps nowadays, okay, that there are quite a number of success rate lah, okay? But my point is now, ladies, okay, you don't have to, in a way, rely on all these things, okay? We have a purpose, we have a career, we have a passion, we have a dream that we want to fulfill, right? Okay? We are not in the old days anymore. You know, old days when you're 30 and above and you're single and available and no one wants you, you're doomed. Okay, for Chinese, right? This in Cantonese, if you know, right, what do you call ladies above 30 if you do not have a partner in life? Like what? 羅底橙, you know, they call it. Yeah, one of the examples is like, they call it 羅底橙, 賣剩姐. I mean, you know Cantonese, okay, how to translate that? 羅底橙 means like you are the orange at the bottom of the basket that no one picks you. The last one. And then 賣剩姐, worst thing, you are the what? 賣剩姐 is what? 賣剩姐 means you are the leftover sugar cane. You know, sugar cane so sweet, but no one picks you. You are the leftover one. No one wants to actually take you. Oh yes, sip joe lah also. This one my mom always calls me lah. Okay, right? My mom always says one day you sip joe lah. She say, all right. You know, sip joe lah. Sip joe lah means right. You have something to be in a way put into, you know, the kitchen stove. Okay, when they have a gap there, right? When you're 30 and above for a lady, right? You have nothing better to do. Might as well you be that thing to put into the stove, okay? And like fit it inside, okay? 3 in coffee is cheaper. 3 in 1 coffee, is it? Francisco. Yeah. So basically, you see, in the olden days, right? Ladies, if you're above 30s, this is the names that you get. I mean, it's quite nasty, right? Okay, all the Cantonese people, they have very good, I would say, talent into giving nasty names. But if a man, if you're above 30, okay, and you're single and available, in the olden days, what do you call them? You call them what? 鑽石王老五. What the heck? You know what's 鑽石王老五? How to translate that? 鑽石王老五 means what? You are the, how to say it? The diamond bachelor. Okay, wow, you're so great, you know, you're a man after 30, single, available, diamond bachelor. Or some you will call them, the 筍盤, you know, in Hong Kong, okay, it's like all my Hong Kong seafood and friends, right, okay, whenever they see a man, okay, with good quality, above 30, single and available, they call them 筍盤. 筍盤 means it's like in terms of like the real estate, right, when you find a 筍盤means like this is like a great property. Okay, it means that this particular lot of property will have a lot of potential to grow and to make money. Now, you see the difference or not? But my point is, in the old days, everything is bad for ladies who are single and available, right? Everything is good for male, okay? And obviously, we are living in a world, okay, in the olden days, especially in a more male-dominant world. But now, the life is different, okay? So on Chap Gourmet itself, right, later I'll share with you the dates. Those dates itself, you can actually use it to manifest, to take actions, to do anything besides just looking for a relationship. In case if some of you want relationship, by all means, you can use those dates and timing to look for one. But for others of you, probably you already have relationship, then you can actually use those dates and timing to, in a way, perfect, okay, whatever dreams that you want to actually lead up to perfection, all right, in harmony, okay? You can actually, in a way, create more likability. If you are KOL, you make sure that that day itself, you share something on your TikTok, on your Instagram, on your Facebook to ensure that more people will be attracted to you, okay? So those dates and timing can be used as a marketing purposes. All right, so now brief outlook into why Chap Gourmet. I'm sure some of you have heard about this before, okay? So altogether here, you see the 12 months of the year, okay? Now, the 12 months of the year itself, in terms of like Chinese metaphysics and also Taoism itself, okay, you will see that there are 4 particular months that are very important. And these are what we call the pig month, monkey month, snake month, and tiger month. So it starts with tiger month. So this Saturday, February 4th onwards, okay, we enter officially into the tiger month. And you know that in the tiger month, first full moon of the tiger month itself will be what we call the Chap Gourmet. And Chap Gourmet here, it's also in a way labeled as the Ghost Gate. Now, don't get me wrong, it's a Ghost Gate, huh? It sounds so scary. No, Ghost Gate means, okay, it's a gate where it is supposed to, release humanity and capture the evil or the devil within one. So therefore, in the tiger month or the first month, lunar month itself, Chinese New Year, right? Okay, during the Chap Gourmet, it's always best for us to Chun. Chun means we elevate our energy to ascend as a higher person and release and let go of the ghost or the devil or the evil within us. Come on, everyone, we have the yin within us. There are certain moments sometimes we act devilishly, okay, without us realizing it. Everyone will have that. So we normally use Chap Gourmet as a timing for us to send in that intention. Why we go round? Why we go round what we call 保運 Jin Wan. 保運 means that going round, turning our luck. Turning our luck so that we ascend our energy and whatever heavy energy will be released down so that it doesn't come together with us. Okay? So that happens on the tiger month. And of course, we have the snake month, which is the earth gate. We have the monkey month, which is the human's portal. And that is when the ghost month happened. Well, of course, further detail, okay, I will share this during, of course, the Ghost Month or the Ghost Festival, okay? Why is it called a Ghost Month? Is because, okay, this is the opposite of the Tiger Month. That is when the release of the ghosts, okay, and the suction of humanity. It means that in the Ghost Month, okay, the chances is due to the planetary alignment, there are more, I would say, evil let loose. There are more devil let loose. So basically, humans, okay, who are not aware, who cannot control emotions, those are the months itself you will see, okay, chances of more accidents, like more mishaps, things is going to happen, things becomes more havoc. In histories itself, you can see that somehow whenever the monkey months comes or the ghost festivals comes, there are higher chances of this. It's not because really there are ghosts, more ghosts are surrounding. Probably some of you can say that, oh, you can see one, maybe you can see ghosts, right? But it's not that. It's just that as human, okay, when it comes to feng shui or Chinese metaphysics, that particular month itself, right, the divisions between the angel and the devil between us itself get separated. It means that the chances of the devil within us get heightened, okay? The chances is we snap easier, we becomes emotional easier, okay? We do things in a way based on our temporary emotions also easier and make like chances of like wrongdoings easier as well, okay? So therefore, that is a portal that tests our humanity, okay? And of course, the last one is the pig month, where normally every year starting from last year onwards is where the soul's journey is going to take place, because the pig month is where the heavens portal is going to open. So since last year, you know that, okay, I brought a group of students, all together 52 of us, to Egypt. All right, and of course this year, end of this year, there will be another trip as well, but because of like I'm so busy with things I'm doing, I have no time to finalize on details yet. Okay, it's coming. So in case those of you who are thinking about joining me end of this year, okay, that is tapping into the heaven's portal. It means that that is in a way happening during the Pig's month itself. Okay, so if you understand this, then you know that Chap Go Mei is all relating to the Ghost Gate. It's about the test of humanity. Alright, to look whether or not we want to try our best, okay, and have the awareness, okay, to bring out the humane in us, okay, the angel within us, okay, and release, okay, what heavy energy within us. That's why people do most of what? Go prayers lah, okay, releasing of negative energy lah, okay, go like turning around for good luck, okay, all in the Tiger month. Alright, so yeah, November 2023, yes, Peggy, okay, right, we'll have another round, okay, of Egypt, and also maybe a potential advance, okay, for my first group of Egypt. I'm not sure yet. I'm still, in a way, trying to really like link everything, okay. I'm still downloading things lah. Let's put it that way. All right, so yeah, okay, Diana, wait, okay, Egypt one, okay, when it comes to that point, we will share about it, okay. Like don't focus so much about that first. Come back Chap Go Mei first, okay. So now we also know that, okay, based on Chap Go Mei, okay, we also, in a way, we know that Chap Go Mei itself is also the time Seong Yun, upper primary, or governed by the heavens officer, okay, for good fortune. So you know that this is the time, okay, when this particular timing in Seong Yun, there are 3 particular full moon that are very, very important when it comes to Chinese metaphysics and Taoism, okay. That is the first one, which is the upper primary, which is this coming Sunday, right, and that is governed by the heavens officer, the heavens official that in a way gives away fortune. So therefore people normally do a lot of prayers, 求福, okay, right, on that particular day itself. Now, the meter, okay, it means that it happens somewhere in August. This is the 7th month, the ghost month, Zhong Yun, okay. Zhong Yun here, the 7th month is meter primary, is governed by Earth officer. Now, Earth officer, the purpose is all about forgiveness of sins. That's why you see ghost festivals and all these things that's happening, right, okay. People pray, people burn all this like paraphernalia, people burn all these effigies, okay, for their ancestors or whatever, to redeem guilt. Okay, or we want to be more filial to you. Probably last time when you are still around, okay, we have not done enough. It's all about seeking for forgiveness or sins. So you see all the rituals, they have meanings to it, okay. So happen that because that August month itself is all relating, the monkey month is all relating to whoever that is in present, is in command, is Daikun, is the earth official, okay, that relates to all forgiveness of sins. And of course, the last one happens in November, lower primary, okay, governed by the water officer, okay. It is all in a way dissolving obstacles and disasters, okay. Right, here is all about managing emotions. Most of the obstacles and disasters that happens in I would say human society in the world right now, created by human, okay. And how is it created? Is because it is due to emotions. So here, lower primary, for me, okay, the water officer here works with emotions of human, okay. It is a month, the whole entire month here is the best for us to actually work on emotions, the meaning of emotions. Because if you follow my soul's journey and any of my meditative sessions and all that, you know that emotions are our compass of life. We have emotions is because it's supposed to communicate with us, to tell us something in our life, whether we are going the right path or we are going the wrong path. So that emotions can bring us to the right path. If we can understand this, what we call the emotional language, okay? But a lot of time people do not understand. When they do not understand, they act upon their emotions and then the world becomes more disastrous. So lower primary or the water officers is also the highest because it's not easy to govern or manage emotion. So now you understand 3 different full moon. One happened in the February, the tiger month. One happened in August, the monkey month. And another one happened in the pig month, which is in November. So once you understand this, now the next thing is this 5th of February, okay? What are the things that you can do, at least ritualistically, okay? What are the things that you can do in order for you to usher this prosperity, okay, for the whole entire year itself? Now, those of you who follow my annual talk and all that, you know that on the 5th of February, okay, on a particular timing, it is good for you to set up some water activations and also some light, okay, what we call the Changlin Tang. Now, there's one more thing in case some of you do not get the rest of the information, but you just want to do something and try it out, okay? You can try between 3 a.m. to 5 a.m. on the 5th of February, put a vase of chrysanthemums or sunflowers. Now, preferably yellow. Choose only yellow. Okay, means like, okay, this is also the color or the color of our solar plexus, okay, which is also resembling the fire. Okay, we want this fire energy, only yellow chrysanthemums or sunflowers in odd numbers. Odd numbers means not the number of flowers, but the stalk. Okay, you know chrysanthemum, the kokfa, normally one stalk you have many flowers, you count the stalk. So either you put 1, 3, 5, 7 or 9. Okay, and if you ask me, normally I like to put 9, okay, because that's the highest number and also in preparations for period 9. But if you just want to try it out, you want to put 1 only, can or not? Also can, okay, just try it out. So where to put this? A vase of chrysanthemum or sunflowers, put some water inside, you put at the north 1 location, 345 degree. So how do you get this? You stand at the center of your home, of your house, okay? At the center, roughly take out your compass and turn to 345 degree. That is your north one. Go towards the end, okay, of that direction. Whatever suitable, place a vase of very clean, clear water in that vase itself with odd numbers of chrysanthemums or sunflowers, okay? Yellow, okay, with yellow sunflowers or chrysanthemum, okay? Odd numbers. If you ask me, I will prepare 9. All right, but you can choose. Can be in a pot with earth. Now, I want water, okay? So water, okay, we do not want the earth, okay? Because earth energy is heavy energy. So remember, for soul purposes, right, okay, I've talked about our human purpose on earth is to break through earth, okay? We want our soul or our energy to ascend, okay, away from earth, right? So those of you who are in spiritual, we believe that we are star seeds or we are stardust. Eventually, we want to go back to our homeland, to where we will belong, okay? But somehow we have a certain lessons to learn on earth. So you see also from a past interactions, right, okay? All the 3 harmonic combinations have no earth one, okay? Because our purpose, our main objective is to get rid of earth. So for this particular, I would say, ritual, do not put earth, okay? Only put water, okay? With the sunflower or the chrysanthemums in odd numbers, yellow color, either 1, 3, 5, 7 or 9. If you ask me, I personally will put 9 stalks of flower. All right? My north one is a fridge and a back door. I mean, if there's no way that you can put, you put on top of the fridge. All right? So just somewhere around there, because north one itself comprises of quite a distance of a position, right? You just put, okay, wherever that hits into the north one and put this significant in there. And the most is you want to see how long can it last, okay? Right? You want to try, you can change water every day, okay? Keep it as fresh as possible because the flowers, the longer it lasts, it shows you a sign, the longer the prosperity, okay, is going to be with you for the year itself, okay? Because the flower is supposed to, in a way, shows you the energy in your, I would say, environment. Okay, so you want to keep it as great as possible every day, change water for them, okay? The last time I did is I even put ice cubes into it, right? To make it happy, to make it healthier, to exhibit this energy so that this particular flower can last longer. And you'll be surprised, okay? It can actually last even up to about 3 weeks. All right, so try to actually do that. So this is one of the ritual. Now, what you can do before 3 a.m. is, okay, now, once it past midnight, once it enters into 1 a.m., the ox hour, okay, before you put this, 1 a.m. is the timing that you can actually do your flower bath. Remember just now, we talked about the 7 colors, flower bath, and the citrus cleansing and all that, okay? So once 1 a.m., you can start really indulging yourself in your cleansing, okay, in your flower bath, okay, cleansing yourself. And then after that, once you're ready, okay, then you prepare this particular vase of chrysanthemums or sunflowers at your north one location between 3 a.m. to 5 a.m. Means you don't have to rush. Example, maybe you start bathing at 2 a.m. and it takes you in a way 2 hours. You only finish bathing at 4 a.m. Then you put the chrysanthemum at 4 a.m. No rush at all. All right, so you can do it on that particular day. I will suggest, if you can, do it. I mean, it's a Sunday, all right? So it's like Saturday, you are not working. Sunday, early morning, do it. And after that, you go back to sleep, okay? And then the next thing is, okay, this one is also something that you can do. Remember just now I mentioned, if you want to throw mandarin oranges into a lake, okay, like many people have done it over the years itself, okay? So you want to, in a way, look for relationship. You want to write your phone number and your contact number onto mandarin oranges, throw in the lake. You can use these timings, okay, on this day with the location and the direction. Now, but, okay, I would suggest, okay, that you do something more practical. Do it at home, okay, right? This is a very good day to usher relationship. So relationship not necessarily must be love relationship. It can be likability, peach blossom. It means that, let's say you're in sales, frontliners, you want more contacts, new leads, people likes you, people give opportunities to you. Even noblemen, you can use this. 5th of February, that day is a horse day. It clashes with rat, but don't worry. The rat, if you are born in the year of rat, you can still do it, okay? Because that day is a very, very good day, all right? So what you need to do is, the timing is between 3 a.m. to 11 a.m., okay? The whole stretch, very good timing. And then after that, 1 p.m. to 3 p.m., that particular season, means that particular hour frame is also good, okay? So you can do this, means if you really want to throw oranges, okay, then you have to start looking from your house, okay? Then you roughly look at Google Earth, okay? The location is North 1. Means from your house, you have to roughly see north direction, preferably North 1, if you can get, whether some of the lakes that people frequent to toss oranges, okay, are at North 1 or not. Now, this one is normally, I don't suggest that, okay, because no point for you to go to a lake and there hardly anyone there, okay? Stray dog also don't have, you toss orange there for what, okay? So if you really want to do it, you can, okay? You see from your house, where's your north location, go to that lake itself, and on the lake, because it's surrounded, right, 360 degree, you just walk towards that northeast tree direction. But the best thing for you to do is, you stay at home, okay? On that day, any of the timing that you will choose later on, stay at home, all right? Stand at the center of your home there, okay? And then take out your compass and find 345 degree North 1. So let's say for Diana just now, she says it's the back door or the fridge. Never mind. Go towards that direction because that's your North 1. Go towards that direction, and when you reach your North 1, example, if the flower pot here is my North 1, once I've taken North 1 is a flower pot, I walk towards the flower pot, I stand there, okay? At the flower pot, I take out my compass again and I see where is my 60 degree northeast tree. Remember, location versus direction is different. You go to North 1 first. Find North 1, go to your North 1. When you're standing at your North 1, take out your compass and see where is your 60 degree northeast tree tiger direction. So you stand at your North 1, you turn 60 degree facing that direction. Either you can actually do some social media posts. If you're single, available, and you really want to try some like Coffee Meet Bagel, okay, Tinder, all these apps, you can activate, okay, those apps on that day, at that location, with that direction, on the timing that suits you best, whichever the timing. Or you can also stand there to actually, in a way, change your profile picture on Facebook, okay, change your status to single and desperately available. So that people know, that's the purpose of social media, right? Okay, and probably on your profile there, you can actually, about me, you can put okay, what is your preference, what type of guy or girls that you like, and all these things. Make it obvious, okay? If you want something, you go all the way out to make it happen, okay? Don't you see, oh, I want relationship, but shy lah, Jessie, don't want lah. You shy for what, okay? If you really want a partner, you want more friends, who knows, okay? I mean, keep your heart open and do it on that day, that location, that direction, with the hours best suitable for you. So the hours, you cannot choose an hour that clashes you. Don't choose an hour that clashes you. Example, if you want to use 3 a.m. to 5 a.m., you cannot be born in the year of the monkey. If you want to use rabbit hour, 5 a.m. to 7 a.m., you cannot born in the year of the rooster. Dragon hour, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. can use, but you cannot be born in the year of the dog. If you're born in the year of the dog, don't use this hour, okay? Snake hour, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m., you cannot be born in the year of the pig. If you're born in the year of the pig, don't use it. All right, and the last one, goat hour, 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. You cannot be born in the year of the ox. That's simple. Now, try it. Okay, any one of you have any more, in a way, like ideas of how to get yourself, like in a way, more followers, like more exposure, more database, more friends on social media, okay? If you are single available, you want to get potential partners, okay? Anyone have any ideas, share it so that everyone can benefit from it. I mean, to me, I very direct one, okay? If I want someone, I would just go to the face, okay, and tell him or tell her, okay? All right, I will just say that, okay? You ask you lah. I'm very, very direct, okay? Don't waste my time lah. If it's on, it's on lah. If it's not on, I move on lah. That's it, okay? All right, so if you have any target on that day, on that time, on that location with your most auspicious hour, send a WhatsApp message, okay? Express yourself, okay? Tell them. Life is that simple. Don't make it complicated. All right? So do it. Try, because the day is good. It's the first full moon of the year. The day is very, very good. You try to use it to maximize, pair it together with your courage of actions, okay? And then in a way to let it lead you potential manifestations, all right? So this is how we make use of all these things, okay? So really, 表白 style. Yeah, I really 表白 one. To me, don't waste my time. If it's on, means it's on. If it's not on, please move on, okay? Don't pretend, okay, I'm okay, then quietly go and cry, okay? Cry what? Right? If it's not on, go and find other people, okay? As simple as that. All right? Can use our own peach blossom? Yes. I mean, if some of the hours are your own peach blossom, you can use that as well. If that's what you meant, Lim Annie, you can also use that. Use your own peach blossom hour, okay? If you know how to, I mean, any of the timing here is your peach blossom hour, why not? Use that. All right. Any questions that I need to actually address to? Or should I pay attention? If you have any questions, please ask me. I know I'm slightly delayed, behind time. The thing is, I won't be selling anything. It's like I have nothing to sell, okay? Power up, early bird price also no more already, so no need to sell. Those of you who want to sign up, you already sign up, okay? I just want to share, okay, in case you are curious about what's upcoming this year, you know that somewhere around March, okay, we will have a date selection masterclass, okay? So those of you who always wanted to learn, okay, the meaning, the skill of date selection, so that eventually you can be a date selection practitioners. You can use it as a side income, to do it as a service, okay, for your clients, okay? So this is something that you can watch out for. It will happen somewhere in around March, okay? And then we also have, like, basically we have 八字 masterclass coming up. We have a new class, 60 家字 masterclass, the 60 家字 and the 64 palaces of your 八字. It's the most in-depth, okay, highest advanced level, okay, of 八字. So if you're interested, it will happen second half of the year, all right? So that will be happening. And end of October to early November, there will be my soul's journey, okay, to Egypt. If you plan to go to Egypt or you want to just understand more about it, look out for our preview workshop. Right, we will have a preview workshop to tell you what is it all about, what are you expecting out of it, okay? And the trip will actually take place end of October to early November. And I'm also planning on to a advanced Soul's Journey, okay, for last year's Soul's Journey participants, but I'm still getting the final confirmations. It means Guan Yin Ma have to give me the final confirmation. If it's really the case, then it's on. If it's not, then cannot honor, okay? You know lah, I follow strictly one, okay? So these are the things, all right? Time for the flower bath. Yeah, flower bath I mentioned just now, 5th of February, before 3 a.m. Remember, 1 a.m. onwards, you can take your flower bath. Will it be okay, bath together with your partner? Of course, Laurie. All right, please, bath together with your partner. I tell you, if Gong Yu is here, he will be sipu lah, he's shy lah, okay? We bath together, or else how to scrub each other's back. Okay, all right, I'm not that flexible anymore, you know. So the best thing is, okay, bath together, take a time, romantic time, connect with the energy of your partner, all right? So connect more with your partner, help each other to scrub the most yin part at the back of our back itself, okay? So scrub all this with the sword scrub, okay? That's the best thing, okay, to do. Diana, how to get the knowledge of the workshop? Stay tuned on my Facebook, okay? So most of the time, if you're in our database, we will send you, okay, notifications via email, and also I'll announce it on my Facebook as well, okay? But make sure you come to the preview, okay? Because as I experienced last year, is during the preview, all the seats are snapped out. I mean, 52 all full already. Means when we are supposed to launch on Facebook, right, okay, we cannot sell any because we still do have a waiting list. But because last year was the first year, okay, but this year is the second year, in a way, probably it will be, in a way, slightly better. All right, vase for flowers can use crystal vase. Yes, of course. Okay, crystal vase can. Right, preferably transparent so that you can see clarity, right, of the flowers and the water inside as well. All right, so thank you so much, okay, to all of you. Prelude to Valentine's. Okay, yeah. I mean, the 5th of February is Chinese Valentine. All right, so after flowers bath, then ushering rituals. Yes, correct, Diana. Correct. All right, so, all right, all of you, if you have any more questions, you can ask me. If not, thank you so much for your time. All right, thank you so much for always being supportive of my Facebook sharing, okay, and always being supportive of the info that we're sharing with you. I really, really hope, because we are still here, okay, during the Chinese New Year. The energy is picking up towards the full moon here. Really wishing every one of you, okay, like it is really time for you to jump up of the rabbit hole, okay, really hop into the rabbit year, okay, with the best intention and manifestations as best as possible. Okay, make sure every year we can say 心想事成, means that whatever we wishes come true. But the thing is, whatever we wishes comes true needs to pair with actions. Okay, we have to pair it with wise actions or right choices of actions to take. Okay, we cannot just sit around and wish that it will come true. It cannot happen that way. So I really hope that all of us, let's do this together, right? Put our hands together. You know that my family and I, my small little team that I call family, all of us already have our new, I would say, tests, lessons, breakthroughs. Every one of us, okay, like Shoki now, she have to move full-fledged into like a tarot consultant, okay, of course, and we have to do more corporate sharings and talks and other things, which in training. And of course, Gong Yu also, you see that as now I'm sitting here to do this sharing, he's actually probably just finished his sharing live in Kuching today, and he'll be flying to Kota Kinabalu tomorrow, okay, for another sharing in KK before flying back for ST annual dinner. All right, so I really hope that every one of you here, please do this together with me. All right, we rise together, okay, we fulfill and we power up together in 2023. Thank you so much. Oh, Carol Hall have a question. My West 2 is the staircase for tree harmony. Should put candle on stairs or landing, or better must be exactly. If it's a staircase, if the tree harmony is exactly on the stairs, you don't have to purposely put on the landing part. You can just put on the stairs. Doesn't matter. All right? So it doesn't need to be on the floor itself. It can be on the stairs. Doesn't matter, Carol. All right? Success is for those who are prepared. Yeah. Okay. Remember, prepare yourself. Okay. Leanne, Huat okay. Hope yours is, okay. Probably he's busy now. Okay. Again, drinking, Huating. All right, so thank you so much to all of you. Okay, keep in contact, and I really wish all of you here 恭喜发财 and all the best, 心想事成, okay, for this rabbit year. Okay, for we make it happen. Let's thrive on together. Bye bye. Good night.